Shalom. Real Hebrew Israelite coming week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of America and the society. I want to start out giving all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work, and a few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands. This the brother Mother's Wayunya, aka Mataz, and I'm coming back with another quick video. And as you can see, as the title says, let me just go to it. Just pull it up. Hold on. It says young man got shot 35 times. It says the Lord killeth and maketh alive. Fear the Lord, because you must fear the Lord, And I'm gonna let this video play, but I want to put this copyright disclaimer first, letting it be known for it's for fair use, not trying to make no money or no profit off of this, just for educational purposes, So the copyright disclaimer under the section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, copyright disclaimer under the section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 allows is made for fair use for purposes such as cinema, comments, news, reporting, and touching, etc. So fair use, man, fair use. Fair use is used permitted by copyright stated that might otherwise be. So y'all get the point. That it's right there, just for them people who like the for YouTube, so they don't hit me with no copyright while I let this video play. But very spiritual, very spiritual, very spiritual, for that to happen, man. A young man to get shot 35 times. And this was 4 years ago. I meant to then do this video. I kept holding it off, holding it off, holding it off. And the spirit just finally hit me to do it today. Because I was supposed to do this video so, 4 years ago. Actually, about 4 years ago, I was supposed to do this video when I saw this. And I just been holding it off, man. So I'm going to go ahead and let this video play. Let me go ahead and get it. Very heavy, man. Very heavy, man. Fear the Lord, man. Let me go and pull it back.
Losing your erection is not the end of the world. It's actually super normal. I literally saw this article the other day.
They put me on the...
All right, here we go. We have Young Baby from Trenton, New Jersey. A very talented rapper with a very, very interesting story. Number one, man, welcome to Vlad TV.
Thank you.
Well, let's go ahead and get into your whole story. So, were you born and grew up in Trenton?
Yeah, I was raised in Trenton, New Jersey. Yeah.
Okay, and Trenton's kind of a rough city.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Okay, what was it like growing up in Trenton? Through middle school, junior high, high school, and so forth.
As I grew up with 6 sisters. On my mom's side, we grew up in the east side of Trenton, New Jersey. It's more so called Weber section. Yeah, I was born out there. Through middle school, it was good, but I just got caught up in a lot of stuff. I was playing basketball. I was on a swim team for middle school. That's about it. Then I just started getting incarcerated, back and forth.
How old were you when you first got locked up?
12.
Okay, can you say what that was for?
It was for a robbery.
Okay, and after that, were you getting arrested and going back into juvie again?
Yeah, for gun charges. Most of my charges are all gun charges, though.
Okay, and for example, I'm listening to one of your songs, "Memories in the Trenches," and at the end, there was 4 people with RIPs next to them. Reco, Big T Black, Cap, and J Pistols. These were all your friends?
Yeah, it was all my friends.
Okay.
3 of them was actually my best friends.
Okay.
Oh yeah, man. You know, Jake be living in these slums, man. And that's how Esau wanted. He want us to live in the slums, and then what happened, man? Jake get caught up in the slums, man. They get caught up with that life, that thug life. You know, they get caught up with that wickedness. You know, that's why that's how you know that the scriptures is talking strictly about the Israelites. You know, just off that's just a side note, but I'm gonna grab that real quick. A wild, wild bull in the net. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of skip because I don't want to play the whole video because it is 28 minutes. But this a little so details, man. This what happened, man. Jay get caught up in this stupid life, and then what ended up happening, man? Hey, man, the Lord sent karma on you, man. Well, you reap what you sow, not karma. That's what they would say today. But you reap what you sow, man. And he said he was doing robberies and stuff, so. Hey man, Jake got jacked up, man. Lord to jack you up. This is why you fear the Lord. This is the whole point of fearing YAHAWASHI. So this is Isaiah 51:20. Thy son have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in the net. They are full of the fury of the Lord Yahweh, the rebuke of thy most high power God. So yeah, man, you gotta fear the Lord, man. And sometimes the Lord will send you a reality check to make sure you fear him, man. To make sure you get your act together. Because you can get jacked up, he'll destroy you, man. And Yahweh Shemi Abishai is not playing no games. So you have to take it serious. You have to really take these things serious, man. And this goes for brothers in the truth, man. So let me go back to the video, and I'm going to kind of skip a little bit to get to the story of what happened to him.
Okay, and did all of them die through violence?
Yeah, all violence.
Okay. So by 17, 18 years old, you've already lost at least 4 of your friends.
Nah, more.
More. How many friends did you lose?
I lost about 8.
Okay. So this is happening, and you're losing your friends. You're catching gun charges. You're going in and out of juvie. And then the actual situation happened. October 24th, 2019, at a gas station in Trenton. So leading up to the situation, walk me through it and what happened.
Like, that night when I was there?
Yeah.
And the stuff happened to me? Alright. I was in my neighborhood, and like before I made back then, I wasn't really rapping. My friend Big T Block that passed away, he like really inspired me to rap. So that same night, my father had took me to the studio. He had took me to the studio, and then when we left the studio, he dropped me off at my friend's house. Like probably like 2 blocks away from the gas station. 2 blocks away from the gas station. I was chilling with my friend. We walked to the gas station. Like that's just like a normal spot in my like area. Everybody like get stuff from, whatever you need. Like, so I went up there, and I'm cool with the gas station man. So I was talking to him. And it's like I probably was only up there for about like 30 minutes. Yeah, about like 30 minutes. And as from my perspective, it was ambulance and stuff around past, like going like south, in Trenton, New Jersey. And I guess it was a shooting. So it was cops and stuff. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to get my stuff and leave, but I got sidetracked because I was talking to the gas station man. And all I know is son just told me to look. Like, it just felt funny that whole night. Like, I just looked, and as soon as I looked, like, the dude just like this. He just lift up on me. And the other two dudes was running behind him. So, like, I got shell shot, like, oh, the gas station man looked, and the man started firing. He shot the gas station man first. He fell. As I was running, I just felt pressure hitting my back, my buttocks, my legs, as I'm running. But I couldn't give up. I didn't know what was happening. All I know is they shooting. I didn't know, like, I was getting hit, actually, like. So as I'm running, I probably only ran about like 15 feet. It hit my foot. Bullet hit my foot. I jumped in the air. Like, oh, I tried to catch my balance. I fell. As I fell, my ears was like ringing. I still heard the gunshots going off. Boom, 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 boom. So as I'm laying there, I'm trying to like move, like get away from the scene. Like, as I look up, dude was right there standing over me. One was still shooting at my friends, and two stood over me. Family stood over me. And I'm just covering up. And then as I'm covering up, this arm, as you can see, I had a skin grab because the hospital thought it had a main artery. I took about 5-6 shots to my left arm. And as they shot this arm, I moved my arm. They shot me in my face twice. Boom, boom. And I turned around for them. But as they was shooting me, they was like, pussy, I told you. So I'm closing my eyes. They shot me the rest of my times in my chest. They ran off. I just heard them laughing. Like, they ran off, they laughing. I'm trying to get away. I couldn't move my legs at all. I got shot in my legs about 16 times. I'm trying to get away. The gas station lady at the Shell gas station, she knew me. Like, she raised me. So she came out and she was like, she kept screaming my name, like my real name. Desir, get up. I'm thinking like, damn, it's over for me. Like, I'm losing mad blood. Feel me? I'm losing mad blood. They thinking I got shot in my head because it was leaking from my face down to my head because the way I was laying. So as I'm just laying there, like, it's just like, damn, it's all over. Like, it's all over with. So I'm telling her, like, call my mom, but I couldn't really talk because they shot 3 of my teeth out, man. I got shot in the face. Telling her, like, that's it. Like, just call my mom. That's it. The cops didn't pull up to about, like, not even the cops, the ambulance didn't even pull up to at least 10, 15 minutes. I'm just laying there. Something like that happened. A lot of shots go up. They supposed to be right there. So I'm like, damn, I'm losing a lot of blood. It's over for me. Like, so as I'm laying there, I'm just feeling drowsy. I'm just feeling super drowsy. Like, damn. So I passed out for about like a minute. I saw my friend. As you can see in my song, I put R.I.P. Blicky Bug. That's my right-hand man. It's like, that's my best friend. Like, that's where it all started when I moved to Warwick Section. Like, that was my best friend. Like, my first day ever going outside, it was snowing. We had a snowball fight. We started fighting. Like, and that became my best friend. I just picture his face. I don't know if it really was him, but I just imagined his face, and he just was like, not right now, like, not right now. That's all I remember. He said, not right now, looking at me. And boom, like, it went away. As I'm laying there, I'm gasping more and more now. I'm breathing more now. This the funny thing about it. I'm trying to catch my breath now. The ambulance finally there. They picked me up. They put me on the stretcher. They put me in the back.
I just had to pause it real quick. It just shows you how wicked Esau is, man. He said they didn't come to 15 minutes later. Jake dying. They know it's a Jake. They don't care. Let him die. Man, let's let them die. We ain't about to come say this niggas one less nigga on the street. That's how they look at it. This is how Edomites thinks. You know, but it just shows you, man. Hey, man, it's all the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We don't. Hey, man, the Lord is His will. If He don't want you to go, yeah, He don't want you to go. Who knows what the Lord could be having in store for him? He could be being preserved for a worse judgment, or He could possibly wake up to the truth. We don't know. You know, because it says a lot of people gonna wake up in that last hour. And he said he had to saw his friend. He pictured his friend, and he said it's not his time. Like an angel was sent, and it was his friend face. So who knows? It's Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So if it's the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, if you're gonna die, not it's all the Lord, man. We don't control our destiny, man. You have a lot of people thinking you control your death. No, you don't, man. It's all the will of the Lord, the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So if the Lord wants you to die, you're gonna die, man. This is 1 Samuel 2 and 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. So it's all the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua if you're gonna die or not, and your dust return to the ground as it was, man. you know. So it's really not of us. And this is why we must fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because he could take us out at any given moment, or he could put us in a situation like that. And hey, man, I don't think nobody want to get shot 35 times, man. But he lived, man, and it was amazing. You know, that's why I was like, man, I got to do this video, man. I held it out for a few years, man. I'm like, man, I got to do this video. But this is the time, man. We're going to be going through a lot of miracles, man. It's going to be a lot of miracles that's going to happen in these times that we're coming into. When the MOTB about to get published, you about to see war, a lot of race wars and riots, a lot of death in these streets. A lot of things is coming to this place. That's why it's time to really get your mind right with your Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Stop playing. It ain't the time to play around, man. Let me get this. It's Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe. And our salvation is nearer than we believe. This ain't the time to be settling on your leaves. This is the time to really buckle down, fear your Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and get yourself in order. Because, hey, man, a lot of stuff is happening, man. Like, hey, yesterday, my cousin, my first cousin, just died. That was one of my favorite cousins. Yeah, he was in the world. He never scoffed the truth when I told him about it. He never scoffed. Real. That was my guy. He technically raised me in the streets. Showed me how to really maneuver in the streets, how to be myself, not to follow nobody, none of that. How to be a leader, which showed me a lot in the world, which was incorporated in the truth to be a leader, man. This to not follow anything, research before you do stuff, look up things, because he had a lot of knowledge. It was nigga knowledge on certain things, but he had school smarts as well. That's why he didn't like school, because he knew that the system we was in was bullshit, living in this world. So he just passed, man. Hopefully that was mercy on him, But it's a lot of things, man. You never know what's gonna happen in this world, man. You never know when your time gonna come either, or if the Lord gonna allow you to live through certain things, man. The night is far spent. The day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. And this is the time to put on the armor of light and really get yourself in order. Because hey man, that's amazing to get hit 35 times and live, man. I'm about to go back to the video because there's more to this story that's heavy, you know.
Back of the ambulance van, and I'm laying there. As I'm laying there, I asked the lady, like, am I gonna make it? She said you doing good so far. Boom, I just passed out. Then that's why I don't know if they put me on the anesthesia. The anesthesia, they said I was in so much pain, they put me in anesthesia that I went into a coma. I was in a coma for 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks, like 12, 13 days, I was in a coma. As I'm in a coma, I had like a lot of dreams, like bad dreams, good dreams, but it was like I had good dreams, then bad dreams, then it became good again when I woke up. Like as them last couple of days, my dreams as I was sleeping, like I woke up as the dreams got good again. And I woke up, I saw my mother there, my father, feel me? I'm just like, damn, like, is this still a dream? Like, so when I woke up, I forgot everything that even happened. So I couldn't talk because my mouth was wired because I got shot in the face. So I'm asking my mother, like, let me get a pen so I could write. She understanding me. She like, you need a pen? You need to write? I'm like this. So I wrote on a piece of paper, like, what happened to me? She said, you got shot. I said, I got shot. No, I didn't. So I just started getting, like, mad. She like, yes, you did. So I'm just angry at first. Then I asked for the paper back. I wrote again. I said, how many times I get shot? She said, they said you have about 45 holes in you. I said, 45 holes? She said, they don't really know how much times you got shot. I'm gonna see you get your papers, like your my history, my medical results, like, and it said 35 times. So I'm like, damn. I just sat there for days, like they came in there probably like a week after I was up from my coma, and they tried to get me up for therapy and stuff. I didn't want to do it, like. I was just angry, like, I'm like, nah, like, I ain't get shot that many times, like, I'm just thinking to myself, like, how am I still alive, like, my mom just, she just burst out crying, I just, like, it's okay, like, I'm here, like, but this what gets me. I got shot in my legs about 16 times, like, in total, both legs. I broke my left leg. I was only in the hospital for 22 days. And I went to the rehab for about 2-3 weeks. And that's it. I was home. But I was still like in pain. Like I was still like limping. Like I couldn't really lift off.
Did y'all, like, you know, the ones that still, you know, tuning in, you know. Did you just hear that? He was amazed off that. He ain't really been in therapy that long. And he was back at home. That's the Most High, man. Nobody else can't do that but YAHAWASHI. And you can't tell me that YAHAWASHI ain't real. He ain't real, man. And man, the Lord is real, man. The Lord will bring you through situations. You never know what situation you will go through, you know? That's why it's important to fear, man. Proverbs 1:7, it says, the fear of the Lord Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge. That's the beginning of knowledge. Fearing the Lord and understanding, man, that's a miracle. It's a miracle, yeah, man, that's a miracle. He should have died, you know, to get hit that many times, leaking out, losing a lot of blood. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. Only a fool despise the wisdom and instruction of YAHAWASHI. Cause that was amazing to me to hear that. 35 times, and you live through that to see another day. And man, the Lord got is about to look out for us, man. You never know what the Lord gonna do for us, man. If he do that for somebody that's not in the truth, who knows he gonna wake up or not? Cause I don't know. I don't know who that man is. I don't know if he of the elect or other 1/3. Who knows? I don't know. All I know is we trying to get salvation. We trying to get through this. We want to make it. We don't want to be destroyed. That's all I know. You know. But that's amazing. That's a miracle. That's a miracle. That's like the Bell and the Dragon when Meshach, Rack, and Abednego walking through the fire, man. They walking through the fire and not, they wasn't none no smoke, none of that, man. You know, they just walked through when they was in that furnace. Man, you never know, man. These stories, man. Is hearing these stories and what YAHAWASHI can do. I want to get to the point in that was it I think when Hell and the Dragon. I think it was this one. Wow. This is on Daniels. Hold on. Trying to see. I want to get to the point. Hold on. JV. Okay, let me get that. 3 and 16. Okay, this is Daniel 3. I'm gonna just get straight to the point. This Daniel 3 and 16. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king of Nebuchadnezzar, "We are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our Most High Power God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning furnace, furious furnace, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. But if not, be it be it knoweth unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up." And so they said we ain't gonna worship, even if we don't, like if we get delivered through, or even if we don't, we still not serving you. And that's the mindset we have to have, man, through these times that's about to come. But it's off that, man. That's a miracle for that. You know, I'm gonna go back to it because there's more to the story. But that was just a miracle, man. Those are miracles, man. Things like that, it just bring you back to the scriptures when you think about stuff like that, man. How you hear certain stories about people in the world, like the man that climbed up. Um, I forgot how many stories, about 36 stories or something, to save his grandmother, and climbed out too. Cause the the fire department, they said we not going back up in there. It's too much fire. We not going to get it. He went and saved his grandma. He said, forget what they saying. I'm going to save my grandma. They called him the human Spider-Man. And they tried to lock him up too for that. But they didn't. But it was just crazy. Why would you try to lock up somebody who just want to save his grandmother? You know, you people are, hey man, that's why Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna destroy you damn devils, man. You know, gonna destroy y'all. But it's just amazing. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and in the form of his vicious was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spoke and commanded that they shall heat the furnace 17 times more than it was want to be heated. So he said, "Man, we gonna turn up the fire then on them. I'm mad." And he commanded the most mightiest men that were in his army to bend Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning, fe- furious furnace. Fiery furnace, Salakia. Into the cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bond in their coast, burnt in their coast, their hostings and their hats and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king commanded was uh arrogant, and the furnace exceedingly hot, the flame of the fire slew the men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So they got destroyed. They got burnt up, because this guy wanted to turn it up, man. So they ended up dying. His mightiest men. So he just lost the mightiest men in his army because he was being prideful. This damn Edomite. And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down, bound unto the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spoke and said unto his counselors, "Did not we cast three men bound in the midst of the fire?" They answered and said unto the king, "True, O king." He answered and said, "Lo, I see four men loose, walking in the midst of the fire," which was YAHAWASHI, protecting them. That was it was the angel, man, protecting them, man. And they have no hurt. And the form of the fourth is like the Son of God, the Son of the Most High Power God, which was YAHWASHI. He was protecting them, man. So when they got tossed in, he see three, but he ended up seeing a fourth person, and they was protecting. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning uh, fiery furnace, and spoke and said, "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High Power God, come forth and come hither." Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire, and the princes, governors, and captains, and the kings, counselors, being gathered together, saw these men, upon whose body, who seeth body, the fire had no power, nor was a hair on their head sighted, neither were their clothes clothes changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. So yeah, they literally was clean. Nothing happened. They still had hair on their head, all of that. They did not get burnt at all. So that's the power of YAHAWASHI. It's nothing you could do against the men of the Lord. Simple as that. YAHAWASHI is gonna protect us, man, no matter what. But I'm gonna go back to this video.
all the way up. Like I was still crouched over, like slouched over walking. But like I didn't think I was gonna walk again because I also got a spot. I got a bullet that's in the middle of my spine that's lodged, and I got one that's on the side of my spine touching. So the hospital was basically saying like, damn, like I don't know how you're not paralyzed. Me either. Right? The minute you break your spine or something hit it, you're supposed to be paralyzed. Like I wasn't paralyzed. I didn't go through paralysis, none of that. So I'm just thinking like, damn, like I got a bullet in my spine, I'm really walking again. Like, but that whole situation, just like, even sometimes, I never had no dream about it ever since like it happened to me. Like ever since I've been back good. But like at nighttime when I'm in my room, I just get like flashbacks. And I start looking, I start getting up, I start going to my windows, like I start getting frightened because I start thinking about my situation. Because as I was saying, I was talking to the gas station man, something tell me to look, and then that shit happened to me. Like, so every time I get a flashback like that, I just get frightened. Like, I start looking out my windows, I start making sure my door locked, I start going out my room, going downstairs, making sure everything locked, windows locked, everything. I mean, it just took a lot. But then on top, me losing friends, it just took a lot. Like, I go through a lot of emotions, but I try to be strong. Like, they say God give his strongest challenges to the strongest people.
Well, the situation itself, because when I first heard about it, I thought it was some sort of beef situation or something, but you're making it sound like you're just hanging out at this gas station and there's some other situation down the street and you just randomly ended up being in the wrong place in the wrong time?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So you didn't know these guys at all?
Nah.
Okay. Do you know what kind of gun you got shot with?
I got shot with a 40 caliber and two 9mm calibers. Two different guns of a 9mm.
So they just opened fire on you. Were they trying to rob the gas station or were they just I don't know, just on some sort of killing spree?
I don't know. I don't know what they was up to, but as I look, I just ran. So like, it was just like, damn. I don't know if they was just like, oh, he right there, get him, but I don't know, like, if it was that type of situation or whatever, like.
All right, so the gas station attendant, he got shot?
Yeah, he got shot.
Okay, and then you had a friend with you that got shot as well?
Oh, no. They was shooting at my friends that was running.
Okay, that was just, you were, I guess, hallucinating at one point?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so they take you to the hospital. They, and there was a picture, I think when I looked at your page on Genius, there's a picture of you with all these tubes in you and everything else like that. That was you in the hospital, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. When you came to, was the police there to question you? Were they charging you with anything or anything else like that?
Nah, they couldn't really question me because I was already out by the time they got there. Like, I was out already, like, passed out, and when I woke back up, I was already on the ambulance van. So, like, at that point, they stayed at the crime, I guess, and I was on the ambulance.
Okay. The guys that shot you, were they caught?
As I'm assuming, yeah, they say they did catch them, but, like, I don't know. Like,
Okay, so they didn't ask you to be a witness or point them out or anything else like that?
Nah, they came to the hospital, my mom said, but I was in a coma. Like, they tried to come there and try to question me, but I was in a coma. Like, they never got to talk to me, never got a statement from me, none of that. Like,
well, right, because if you're in a, you know, a gas station, there's cameras, there's other witnesses, there's everything. They probably don't even really need to talk to you. They could probably just check the tapes. So, but you're not complete. You think that the guys got caught? You never looked into it or anything else like that? You would think if something this crazy happened, you'd want to know who's behind it.
nah, yeah. Like, yeah, they said they did catch the guys, but, like, I ain't trying to, like get in all that. Like, I don't, feel me?
I mean, there must be a level of anger and rage.
Yeah, that's why I don't even want to know about them. Like, that's, feel me, what they got going on. Like,
Okay. If you found out that they got the death penalty, would that make you feel better or not really?
nah.
Okay. And you were only 17 years old at the time.
Yes.
You got shot 35 times.
Yes.
Can you break down the parts of the body that got hit?
I got shot twice in my face. 5 in my chest. About 4 or 5 in my arm. And my back, I got shot about like 7 times. My butt talks about like 5, 6. And then legs about 16. About that.
I mean, I know of people that have gotten shot one time and they didn't make it. Sometimes not even in a vital organ. Sometimes in like a leg where you hit an artery and then they just bleed out. You got shot 35 times and survived. I've never even heard of this. 50 got famous for getting shot 9 times. You're like 4 times that. I mean, do you ever just sit back and think like 35 times and I'm walking around talking?
Hell yeah.
My life.
I think all the time, like, from a testimony, like, I just be thinking, like, I can't be touched, like, I survive all that. So, like, it's like, yeah.
Okay. So a couple weeks later, you're back home. And then you drop the song Back Then, which you dropped in April, which was what, maybe about 4 or 5 months later?
Yeah. About 4 months later.
Okay. And that song pretty much talks about the situation.
Yeah.
Great song, by the way. Let me just put it like this. When I heard about you and I started going through the catalog and I started going through the music, and when I heard this song, I'm like, yo, this is a really dope song, period. But the fact that it ties into your story makes it even more amazing. Anyone who's watching this, just look up Back Then by Young Baby. A great song, great beat, great chorus, great lyrics. And you really put your heart into that song. You said, I'm in the streets and I lost my homies. They caught me, had to creep up on me. You pretty much start out the song with what happened. You said, but I'm going to give you props, 50 shots. That's a movie.
Yeah.
Because it was like 50 shots went off that night.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
When you put that song out, what was the reaction?
Like, reaction from me or like people around me?
People around you.
Like, everybody's like, damn, like, that's fire. Like, drop it. Like, I'm just like, you think so? You think so? Like, somehow I gotta get a video to it. Matter of fact, look, I got my wires out January. I made that song probably like March. No, February. It took me like a month to drop it because I'm like, damn, I need a cameraman. I need a place to shoot it at. I need scenes I need to think about. So I hit up my peoples, Jay Stacks. He became my manager. I hit up my father. Feel me? And we just got it together. Like, we just shot the video.
Do you still live in the same city?
Nah. I live like 10, like, it's like, it's not in Trenton. It's not.
But close.
Yeah.
Having gone through that, have you ever thought of just moving away, just a completely different place? LA, Florida, Atlanta, just, because along with this shooting, which you're unbelievably lucky to be alive, you're talking about all the gun cases. You're talking about all your friends who are getting killed. Clearly, this is an area that's very much a danger to your life.
Yeah.
Now, are you, 18 now?
Yeah, I'm 18 now.
Right. Now, I understand as an 18-year-old, you don't have a ton of money saved up and everything else like that, like a 40 or 50-year-old, but still, you only have one life. All the money in the world, you can't take it with you. And sometimes it is worth it to just start over and go without, just for your own safety. I've interviewed a lot of people recently, like FBG Duck didn't want to move out of his own city. We talked about it in our interview. He got killed in Chicago. Mo3 talked about how there was, money on his head in Dallas, but he wasn't going to move out anyways. He doesn't feel like anyone's going to chase him down. And that's exactly what happened. Someone chased him down and killed him in broad daylight. We've lost a lot of people this way. Boosie said it, hypnotized with hatred in your own city. And you're unbelievably lucky to be alive right now. So are you considering just going somewhere else completely?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. Once I get settled, like music start really, really rolling for me. Either if I stay unsigned or get a deal, feel me? As long as I start making like money off my music, then yeah, I'm out of here. Like, there's nothing left here for me. And Trent, there's nothing left for me. Like,
And I just wanted to pause that now, because pretty much the point on that video said, but it humbled him. You could tell it humbled him. He like, man, hell no, I ain't trying to stay in this city. But this is the thing, man. The Lord is gonna have amazing things happen, man. Like, that's just that, like he said, he a testimony. He is. That's a testimony. That's amazing. Hold on, let me get that. So I'm gonna get that, man. Cause hey, man, the Lord gonna protect us far time greater than that. This all day, and that's amazing. You just that's something that's amazing. But it's gonna be us even far time greater than something like that. It was a wake up call for him. And then he should have been paralyzed, but he wasn't. But this is Psalms 91:7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only thy eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. And we gonna see the reward of the wicked. We gonna see what happened to the wicked. Like the scripture says, don't worry about how the wicked should perish, but rather worry how the righteous should be saved. And that's what, man, that's where our mind frame should be, worrying about how the righteous gonna get saved. Because thou hast made the Lord Yahawah, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy inhabitants. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Exactly. Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to protect us through anything that happens out here. But you got to believe that. You got to have faith in that. Hey, that Yahweh Shemel Shai got us. But it's amazing. It's far beyond my comprehension to see that, man. 35 times, and he lived through it. You know, that's amazing. And he was a young man at the time, a young man. You know, so man, it's just like wow. How much more us? He said, "This servant should eat, my servant should drink." Let me get that. We gotta believe. We gotta believe, man. This how you know that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is real. He has something happen to somebody just to show you that he real and what he can do. If he could do that for him, we gotta really have faith and understand what he would do for us. This Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye should be hungry. Behold, my servants should drink, but ye should be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye should be ashamed. So, hey, man, these miracles is about to come. Hey, man, a lot of things is happening. Trump already talking about sending them troops here in Chicago. He's sending them to a few places, man. And they about to touch down. It's about to get buck wild out here, and people really ain't taking this serious. They really not taking Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua serious at all. These people are doing whatever the hell they want to do. These people are full of wickedness. These people are into this and into that. These people ain't really seeing what is really happening in this world. They too busy into all of this and that instead of getting right with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which is madness, because you should get right while you have the opportunity, you know. But this ain't the time to really be playing around and thinking it's a game. The Lord don't have to protect us or do anything for us. He don't have to do anything. But we should look forward and understand, man, the Lord could do anything. The Lord could protect us. Just like he fed Elijah. The ravens came and fed him. Them the type of miracles gonna come. That's one of my favorite out of we got a lot of favorite stories, that's amazing in the furnace and all that, but for an animal to come feed you, you know, that's just amazing in itself, You know. Make sure you straight. Make sure you well taken care of. How about Shimmy Shah don't gotta do none of that for us at all, to be honest. You know. And we should be looking forward to that. Looking forward to these things. But let me grab it. Excuse me. Six. It's indeed a decent little amount. This is First Kings 17:6. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. Man, that's that, man. Come on, man. How amazing is that for some animals to come feed you, to make sure you eat, make sure you straight, you well fed, you taken care of. Hey man, how about Shimmy Awashai don't have to do nothing for us. We deserve death. A lot of people don't think we do. They don't think we deserve death. They don't think we deserve anything. No, we deserve death. Simple as that. We don't deserve to live. We don't deserve anything that be given to us. We don't deserve this life that we live. We don't deserve a damn thing. You know, Yahweh Shem Shai don't have to do nothing for us. And we got to remember that, you know. So you got to remember that. And you got to understand that's amazing, man. I'm still wooed off that that man. Cause I got man, my best friend in the world got shot with a 40 cal and he died. He died. I could have died that night if I didn't run that night when the police came up to the park. Police came up to the park and then they locked me up um when I was 16. You know, and then literally after the police got done with me, put me in the car and all that, I'm hearing gunshots at the park. And you know what the police told me? We ain't going back up there. We ain't doing nothing. We taking you in. Forget your friends. Forget them. That's what they say. I said my brother and my friends and them up there. They said we don't care. My brother, my god brothers, my best friends. They was up there and they said we don't care. They just pulled off. It's like it was all set up and planned. You know. So it just, it was just wow. That's how they felt, and then they came back and said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, your your friend is dead. Your friend is dead." At first, I thought it was my god brother because how they just what they described he had on, you know. But it was my best friend. When he got put to death, they murdered him. They murdered him, man, and he didn't survive at all. And he got hit with a 40 cal, and dude was talking about, how they was shoot a 40 cal and all that, you know. But yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. Let me finish this out. But yeah, man, they fed him, man. They made sure he was straight. And it came to pass after a while that the brook dried up because there has been no rain in the land. And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto him, saying, Arise, get thee to Zephyr, which belongeth to Zidon, and dwell there. Behold, I have commanded a widow woman there uh to sustain thee. Exactly, man. Then he looked out more for Elijah, but that was my part right there, man. You can't phantom these things, man. This is why you have to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Like it says in Proverbs, let me get it. Proverbs 3. I'm about to close this because I'm almost at an hour. But yeah, Spirit was on me to do it. It's Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord Yahweh with all thy heart and lean not into thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he should direct thy path. So all we have is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and that's it. We don't have nothing else. You know, we don't have nothing else. Like, man, and we should be grateful that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua even wake us up every day. This is why you must pray every day. Pray without ceasing. Really, really just thanking Yahweh Hashem Yahushua for even giving us a chance to even be in this truth, giving us a chance, to really get this understanding. Because you just never know what can happen to you out here, man. You just never know, you know. Yeah, the Lord could take you out, but at least you died in the truth. That's why we have to do this work. We have to continue in this, continue in the things we learn, continue and fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Let me get, you know, always remember that. Don't take don't take the Lord for granted. Don't take these for granted, you know. This is real, man. Let me get that. This is Hebrews 10:30. And you know another thing what that young man said, he said he didn't even want revenge and he ain't want that. You know, he didn't want that. You know, he didn't want that, man. He didn't want no revenge. He didn't want any of that, you know. So that was heavy, you know, that's humble, you know. So let me finish this. For we know, Hebrews 10:30, for we know him that has said, vengeance belongeth unto me. I will recompense, saith the Lord Yahweh. And again, the Lord Yahweh should judge his people. And he said that that the police said they got caught. So they got caught. Which shows you that the Lord did vengeance. The Lord did vengeance. He didn't go and get revenge or do all that. The Lord did vengeance. And it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living, most high power God. Simple as that, man. Fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's just simple as that. That's all we got. All we got is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We don't have nothing else. So fear him, trust in him, and believe him. That's all we can do, you know. Times is getting short. We ain't got a lot of time. So you just remember that. But I'm going to go ahead and close this out because I'm a little, you know, this was a little longer than I thought. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. And the few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands. Hey, man, just continue doing the work. Continue walking down the right path. Continue trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And just continue because time is running out. We ain't got a lot of time. Get yourself in order. And simple as that, you know. This ain't the time to be playing around. This ain't the time to be, hey, man, we got to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling. You know, but the miracles is coming, man. They're coming. Shalom, bro.